In this challenge, create a planetary gear set, and you can decide how many teeth you want, what size to make the gears. And so I have a sun gear or the central gear, and then create 3 or 4 planet gears, and then the ring gear. Also, to move the planet gears, I have a carrier that connects those, in this case 4 planet gears together. And then I'll go ahead and play this, and notice that I have some rolling cylinder on cylinder joints and a rolling cylinder in cylinder joint. So I'll go ahead and play it, and we see as the sun gear rotates, the planets follow the ring gear around the outside. Now, in an earlier lab we saw how to put a trace on a point, so let's do that. So I'll go to trace, and I'm going to select a point on one of these gears, on the tooth of the gear, and relative to grounded I want to see the trace. So I'll have that display the trace. I can change the color of that if I want to, and I'll say OK to that, and we'll play it. And so we see it following that trace around. So as a child you might have had a spirograph toy that works something like this with a set of gears. So we needed to go a little bit further to complete that motion. When you are creating your gears, we'll go back to the modeling environment, and so if I go to the design tab and I tell it to create a spur gear, I don't necessarily need to create 2 gears at the same time. And so I could tell it for one of the gears create the component. For the second gear, if I don't need an extra one, I'll tell it no model, and that way it only creates the first gear. For example, if you have 3 gears, then you create 2 of them together, and then the third one you create as no model. The other thing you could do is you could copy a gear, and if you wanted to move these out of the sub-assembly, you could right click and do component promote, and promote those to the main level of assembly instead of having them at the sub-assembly. So see what you can do with this in creating a sun and planet gear set.